Leo, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current energy, shall we? As always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. Now, I sure appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really makes a difference to my channel. And I would love to see my channel continue to grow. All right, let's see what's going on. I feel like there's something that you are dealing with that, you are having a hard time walking away from. This could be a real codependent kind of relationship that you have. This could be this need that if you do walk away from it, it probably could help you a lot. But you're not doing it, all right? And I do feel, emotionally, some of you Leos are really struggling this week, all right? Now remember, this is just a short period of time. All right, but we do have you showing up here as the Queen of Cups reversed. And so when the Queen of Cups reversed comes up, like this, it's just, emotionally you're not grounded, you're not solid, you're not thinking straight. Maybe you're panicking, maybe, like all of those thoughts that happen when we feel very insecure. And I'm getting a sense of insecurity with this Nine of Pentacles coming in reversed. So let's see if we can get some more answers on this for you, Leo. Now, at the base of what you've got going on here is the Two of Pentacles. So all right? We said at the right at the beginning, there's this need for you to walk away from a situation that, you may be holding on to for whatever reasons, because it's supporting you, it's taking care of you, but it's not working for you, all right? Because the Two of Pentacles here says, I'm struggling. Maybe, you're in a job that is not paying what you need. It's just not enough, but you love your job. You don't want to leave your job, but so you're going to have to pick up more jobs, or you're going to have to get more work, in order to make ends meet. That could be the other story that's going on here. In the recent past, we do have the Seven of Wands coming in for you. So, I feel as if you know what you need to do and you know what you want to do. And some of this I'm feeling like pressure of people expecting you to do what you're doing, right? But it's not working for you. I mean, you're trying to make something work. And I think, you're finally needing to speak up and say, I need to figure out how I'm going to balance my life. If I don't have enough money, if I don't have enough this, and here we have the Eight of Swords, all right? So again, this mental energy of emotionally feeling very unstable. And, and I think it can come financially. There is this energy around money could be, one of these issues. But it could be other things that are going on in your life. And then we have the King of Pentacles coming up here reversed. So, I'm feeling, you may be dependent on somebody that you're having a hard time kind of getting away from because you owe them, right? You owe this king. This king isn't going to let you go without paying. This king is, you owe them. And maybe that's part of the energy that you're feeling is just, I don't know how to leave and get out of this situation, or how to pay this guy off so that I'm finally free and clear. You're in this headspace of, not knowing what to do next. Because here we have the Seven of Cups. I don't know what to do next. I have to figure out, because when we're in the energy of the Seven of Cups, nothing is grounded. Right? So that's your first problem. With the Queen of Cups coming in upside down, it's just like you have got to take a deep breath and just kind of and focus on like your first step. Right? You can't be looking at, the step in the middle. You got to, what's your first step? What is the first thing you need to do? All right? So here, Queen of Swords comes out for you. I feel like you've got to get things in order. All right? If your money and your finances are out of order, then you need to really stop and take a look at what is the first thing you need to do. You got to make some decisions about the next steps. And it's really important that you do that and that you start to get things in order, right? Queen of Swords, she wants to get things in order, all right? She wants to be very clear. And some of the things that you might have to do is not what you want to do, all right? Because when we have the Queen of Cups coming in reverse, it's just like, well, in order to get this in order, I'm going to have to do this. And I really don't want to do that because, then this person and this person. And the Queen of Swords says, you can't think that way. You need to ground yourself. You can't worry about what the other person is going to think. You need to ground yourself in what you need to do. That's what the Queen says. You know, and like I said, you know, it's time for you to get things in order. And if you are dealing with somebody, because this King of Pentacles is not an easy person. They're greedy. They want their money. You know, they want what they want. You know, they're very demanding because they feel like, you know, they're entitled. I mean, this is a very, you know, elite kind of energy that this person have, which is, you know, really difficult to deal with because, you know, this person's put himself on a pedestal. You know, so it doesn't matter what you think. You know, he's sneaky. I mean, this person is sneaky, and this person may have taken you for a ride. And now you're like, what do I do? How do I get out of this? You've got to ground, right? You got to take a deep breath and think, what is the first step? Because I feel like somebody lied to you. We have the Seven of Swords reversed. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. We have this King reversed. You know, this person, I mean, they got you in deep. And now you've got to figure out how to get yourself out of this. And, you know, so what a mess. What a mess. I do feel like you have, you know, some people. If you would open up, all right, if you would open up, you know, because I feel like there could be shame attached to this. I can't believe I got myself into this. Now what am I going to do if people find out? That's going to, you know, again, you know, this is you in your head, like all of these thoughts. But I feel like, you know, if you open up and, you know, have faith in someone, you know, because, you know, if you are involved with someone that could possibly, you know, help you, as much as you feel like a fool, as much as you feel like, oh my gosh, you know, I can't believe this person did this to me. You know, I do feel that, you know, there is someone who could help ground you into what do you do next? Because I think that's the big thing. It's just like, now what do I do? I mean, you know, I've signed this contract. I can't get out of it. I mean, this person's, you know, I've already given me the money. I've already spent it. What am I going to do? I got to pay him back. I mean, it's just like this is a very, very heady kind of week for you. But, you know, there's this little bird on this sword. So in the midst of this, all right, you have got to listen. You've got to pay attention to what it is that grounds you. Again, I keep going back to this ground. And it's just like you've got to focus on that first step, all right? Just take a deep breath. Maybe, you know, go sit in nature for a little bit. Anything that you can do to calm your mind, all right, and clear your mind would be really, really important this week because, you know, this desperate act, I feel like you're a little desperate and you're freaking out a little bit. And I just want you to just take a breath because everything will work out, okay? It will work out, but you need to be calm, right? You need to be calm, you need to be clear, and you need to know what you've got to do. So, you know, you've got to get things in order. All right. So once everything is in order and you've got a plan, you're going to feel much better. All right. So that's what I've got for you, Leo, for this week. Now, it's just a short period of time, not a long period of time. Take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. All right. I'll see you all later. Be happy, be healthy, be kind. Bye.